This is All India Radio. Life must go on. All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar presents science serial Life Must Go On, based on understanding and managing sustainable development. Let's listen to episode number 28, titled Reducing Emission Level.
Dhani,
Yes, dear.
can I get a glass of water, please?
So here is water for you.
Thank you. Please switch on the ceiling fan.
I'm so sorry, dear. Again, power cut.
Oh my God. We are having frequent power cuts this summer. It is so hot and sultry today.
So what? But today is Sunday. And you are busy?
Dhani, tomorrow there is a seminar in our college. I have to present a paper and participate in a discussion. So I'm preparing the paper.
You're always busy.
Come on, Dhani.
You don't have time for me. Anyway, what is the topic of the seminar?
Climate change. Dhani, by the way, you're also participating in Swachh Bharat program and plantation program for environmental protection for voluntary organization?
Yes, dear. Our organization will take up a campaign on water conservation in the nearby villages next week.
Okay.
As you know, drinking water problem is very acute in some villages as there are no rains.
I know.
The wells are almost dried up. Farmers are also facing problems because of drought only.
Dhani, this summer is very horrible. Last week of July, still there are no rains. Monsoon failed for the second consecutive year.
Exactly.
I will include all this in my paper. Dhani, will you participate?
It's a seminar in your college. How can I participate?
Come on, Dhani. The Department of Environment and Forest is arranging the seminar. Students, farmers and voluntary organization will participate as the topic concerns all.
I may get more information through this seminar. Can I come along with you tomorrow?
Sure, why not? Okay, we both will go together a bit early.
Definitely.
The seminar starts at 10 a.m. And there may be an exhibition by Medcap to promote solar pump sets, solar lamps, solar cookers, windmills and so many other things. I think the exhibition will be outside the seminar hall.
Okay, it's already 1 p.m. dear. Let's have lunch first.
Dhani, wait for half an hour. I will finish my paper. By the way, what's for lunch?
Not much. Because of drought, vegetables are scarce in the market due to drought.
Oh, no problem. Okay, have you contacted our son Varun?
Yes, I talked to him on phone. He told me that Kolkata is also reeling under searing heat conditions.
Yeah, that means so the whole country is facing unusual weather. Dhani, hot wind is blowing. Doorbell, I think somebody's at the door.
Yeah, you wait. Okay, I'll open it. Oh, Kiran bhai.
Yeah.
How are you? Please come in.
Oh, thanks. Sis.
Please have a seat.
Where's Surya?
Hey Kiran bhai.
Yeah.
Kiran bhai, you look very tired and exhausted. I know it's very hot today. Just like an inferno.
Yeah. I have throbbing headache, nausea.
Wait, Kiran bhai. These are symptoms of mild sunstroke. Don't worry. First, wash your face with cold water.
Yeah, and I bring ORS solution for you. You just drink it and get relaxed.
Thank you, sis.
How are you feeling now, Kiran bhai?
Little better.
Kiran bhai, government has already advised not to leave their homes at noon unless it is very urgent. Why did you take the risk at all?
Surya, I received a notice from a bank here to repay my agricultural loan. I cultivated groundnut and invested large amount in it. The crop withered due to drought. There are no hopes of getting any returns. How will I repay my loan? I wanted to talk to the bank officials, so I came to this town.
Kiran bhai, you should not take such risk.
Surya.
But you acted wisely. And don't worry, loans will be rescheduled.
I hope so. This is the last week of July, but there are no rains till now. It is like extended summer. You know, some of my fellow farmers also sowed groundnut. Some others have raised chilies. Everybody is distressed. We are all going to lose this crop also.
I know, Kiran Bhai. In fact, we should have had rains due to southwest monsoon from the second week of June itself.
Yeah.
But this year, the monsoon failed. Heat wave is sweeping across the country.
Yeah, drinking water has become a problem now. Wells have dried up. Government is supplying drinking water by tankers. But we are facing problems for our cattle. No water, no fodder. I think I will have to sell my buffaloes.
No, Kiran Bhai.
I can't feed them anymore.
It is very sad.
I know.
Really. At least in our town, it is somewhat better. Municipality took some precautionary measures and stored water.
Yes, you're right. Kiran Bhai, we are experiencing several hardships because of climate change. The heat wave and drought are part of climate change.
But I don't know why it is happening like this. Is there anything in our hands?
Yes, Kiran Bhai. There is a good opportunity to learn many things. Tomorrow there is a seminar in our college. You can also participate.
Exactly, Kiran
Some
bhai.
farmers also will be there.
And I'm also coming. Don't miss it. You can get a lot of information about climate change and seek clarification on your doubts too.
Yes.
Okay, sis. I will come tomorrow.
Very good.
Good morning everybody. Students, Kisans and environmental activists. I am Dr. Surya, Professor of Environmental Sciences. Today we are organizing the seminar on climate change and greenhouse gas emissions in collaboration with IITM, NEDCAP and Department of Forest and Environment. This seminar is intended to create awareness about climate change and to put in place some measures to face the extreme weather conditions to minimize losses and hardships. We have with us scientists and experts who will give us vital information about causes and effect of climate change. It will be a discussion and you all can participate to make it useful. So everybody should feel at ease. Thank you everyone. Now I will welcome Dr. Akash.
Thank you, Dr. Surya. I am Dr. Akash, environmental scientist. Professor Surya has explained the purpose of this seminar. This year, we are facing heat wave and drought. These and other extreme weather conditions are pointers to climate change worldwide. I must tell you that climate change is one of the most complex problems facing mankind today. The risks emanating from climate change are indeed profound and call for urgent mitigation.
Sir, I am a farmer from neighboring village. As you know, agriculture depends much on climate. This year, there is drought. Last year, there were untimely rains and floods. We lost our crops and landed in debts. What is all this, sir?
Good question, Kiranji. This is all due to climate change. First, let us know about weather and climate. Will anybody from the students tell me what is weather?
Sir, I am Meghna, meteorology student. Weather is a state of atmosphere with respect to wind, temperature, cloudiness, moisture, pressure.
Well said, Meghna. Weather can change from day to day, even hour by hour. It might rain one day and be sunny the next. Sometimes it is cold. Sometimes it is hot. Weather also changes from place to place.
Thank you, Dr. Akash. I hope you all understood what Dr. Akash said. Weather is the short-term state of the atmosphere at a certain place.
Surya, sir, then what is climate?
Now I put this question to all my students. Harita, will you answer it?
Yes, Professor. Climate is the average daily weather for an extended period of time at a certain location.
Correct, Harita.
Thank you, sir.
Climate is the usual weather of a place. It can be different from different seasons. Different places can have different climates.
Right.
Oh, now I understand the difference between weather and climate. Then about climate change, can you please elaborate?
Kiranji, Dr. Akash will answer your question. Dr. Akash.
Thank you, Dr. Surya. Everybody should know about this. Climate change is the change in the usual weather found in a place. This could be a change in how much rain a place usually gets in a year, or it could be a change in a place's usual temperature for a month or a season. Climate change is also a change in Earth's global climate.
So, when we are talking about climate change, we are talking about changes in long-term averages of daily weather.
Is it true that the Earth's climate is changing?
Yes, Kiranji. Monsoonal rains are absent, and heat wave is sweeping across the whole country. You are the victims of drought this year. Your crops have withered. What more evidence do you want?
Well, the climate changing in other parts of the world, is it?
Yes, Kiranji. Climate change is a global phenomenon. While we are experiencing heat wave conditions here, there are other weather extremes in other parts of the world. A clear evidence of climate change is the rising sea level. During the last century, sea levels rose by up to 8 inches, and now the rate continues to accelerate.
Sir, one more question. What are the other weather extremes?
Well, Dharani, overall, the extreme weather events include tropical storms, hurricanes, heat waves, droughts, wildfires, and devastating floods. These have been increasing in frequency and intensity around the world.
I read in newspapers that the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change submits reports on global climate.
Yes, Harita. The IPCC in its report noted that changes in many extreme weather and climate events had been observed since 1050 AD. Some of these had been linked to human activities. The weather changes included a decrease in cold temperature extremes, an increase in warm temperature extremes, high sea levels, and the number of heavy precipitation events in a number of regions.
Yes, Dr. Akash. The US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration reported that the year 2016 was the warmest year on record. NASA also confirmed this, with extremes including unprecedented heat in India and ice melt in Arctic. Average surface temperature over land and oceans was 0.94 degrees Celsius, about the 20th century average of 13.9 degrees Celsius.
Yes, Dr. Surya. Temperatures increased both by man-made greenhouse gases and a natural El Nino event that released heat from Pacific Ocean last year, beating the previous record in 2015.
So, students, we all must understand that climate change is the canvas on which history of the 21st century will be painted.
Sir, we all agree that the climate is changing. But what exactly is causing the climate change?
Meghna, the Earth's climate is dynamic. We must understand that many things can cause climate to change all on its own. Natural events like volcanic eruptions are one of the factors. Scientists say that human can change climate too. We drive cars, we use air conditioners, refrigerators, and hot air blowers. We cook food. All these things take energy. One way we get energy is by burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. Burning these fuels releases some gases, mainly carbon dioxide, into the air. You know, by burning these fuels, we are putting nearly 30 billion tons of carbon dioxide into air.
Surya sir, Dr. Akash mentioned about greenhouse gases and El Nino. Now you're talking about carbon dioxide. These are all new to most of us. Would you please elaborate it?
Meghna, well said. We have with us Dr. Teja, our scientist from IITM. Now I welcome Dr. Teja on stage. Dr. Teja, please.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Today, it is scientifically established that significant global warming is occurring. Global average air and ocean temperatures are increasing. This is due to greenhouse effect. Gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, chlorofluorocarbons, hydrofluorocarbons, sulfur hexafluoride, and water vapors are responsible for this. These gases are called greenhouse gases. However, The main culprit is carbon dioxide.
So, sir, we are releasing the gases into the air and causing the greenhouse effect.
Exactly. You are right, Kiranji.
Sir, we understand that human activities are mainly responsible for greenhouse gas emissions.
Friends, have you noticed that there is no power outside, but the ceiling fans and mics are working here?
Yes, sir. We are facing power cuts. I think educational institutions are exempted.
No, Dhani. No such exemption. We have set up a solar power plant with the help of NetCap in our college.
Okay.
Solar power is used for classrooms and street lighting.
Congratulations to you. We have to encourage the use of non-conventional energy for protecting the environment. Now, let us continue our discussion.
Sir, one more question. I asked you about greenhouse effect.
All right, I'm coming to that only.
Okay.
The greenhouse is a glass house. The roof of the glass house is permeable to radiations of the sun. Once inside the greenhouse, the radiations strike a surface and are transformed into heat. The glass roof of the greenhouse impedes the heat to pass out. Since much heat is trapped, the inside of the greenhouse is warmer than the outside. This is called the greenhouse effect.
Then, how is it related to global warming, sir?
See, Meghna, like glass, a few gases, chiefly carbon dioxide, but also methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, water vapor, and chlorofluorocarbons allow the sun's radiations to pass through them and strike the surface of the earth. But like the glass roof of a greenhouse, these gases block a large fraction of the earth's emitted radiation from escaping. The net result is that the earth's surface keeps getting warmed up. Thus, global warming is called a greenhouse effect.
Sir, there are many greenhouse gases as mentioned by you.
Yes.
But why do you say that carbon dioxide is chiefly responsible?
Very good question, Meghna. See, as I said, the main influence is by carbon dioxide. But the contributions of other greenhouse gases, especially methane, cannot just be ignored. Carbon dioxide accounts for around 75% of the warming impact of current human greenhouse gas emissions, while methane accounts for 14%, nitrous oxide accounts for around 8%, and fluorinated gases around 1% of human greenhouse gas emissions. Thus, carbon dioxide is the main contributor to global warming.
Sir, what is the role of water vapor in global warming?
In fact, water vapor, Meghna, is the biggest overall contributor to the greenhouse effect. But humans are not responsible for directly emitting this gas in quantities sufficient to change its concentration in the atmosphere. However, the warming caused by man-made emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases is increasing the amount of water vapor in the air by boosting the rate of evaporation.
So greenhouse effect is totally unwanted for the earth.
No, Madam Tharini. Without the greenhouse gases, the earth would be as cold as the moon. That is, the temperature would be around minus 18 degrees Celsius. By trapping the heat radiating from the earth's surface, the greenhouse gases regulate the global temperature to life-sustaining 15 degrees Celsius. But if the concentration of greenhouse gases, chiefly carbon dioxide, increases too much, the Earth may share the same fate of its neighboring planet Venus, with a surface temperature of 450 degrees Celsius.
Oh. So it is necessary to monitor the carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere?
Exactly. You are right, Kiranji. Without realizing the consequences of our actions, we are causing greenhouse gas emissions. By burning fossil fuels, we are putting so much carbon dioxide into the thin shell of air surrounding our world. We have literally changed the heat balance between the Earth and the Sun. According to the latest figures released by scientists at Mauna Loa Observatory, the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere have crossed 400 ppm. Other greenhouse gas emissions are also increasing. I will give you some data to tell you about this. From the year 1970 to the year 2000, the concentration of carbon dioxide rose by about 1.5 ppm per year, but since the year 2000, the annual rise has crept to an average 2.1 ppm. An important dimension is that carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases stay in the atmosphere for a long time. If no action is taken to reduce emissions, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere could reach double its prehistoric level as early as 2035, virtually committing us to a global average rise of over 2 degrees Celsius.
Oh, sir, why are the greenhouse gases increasing in the atmosphere?
Very good question, Dharaniji. I would request Dr. Akash to kindly answer this question.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Teja. I will tell you. A number of human activities, processes, and consumptions produce greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide emissions are mainly from fuel burning. Plants use large quantities of carbon dioxide in photosynthesis. As a result of deforestation, an important sink of carbon dioxide is being eliminated. Nitrous oxide is also produced in fuel burning. It is also increased by the use of nitrogen fertilizers and by the use of catalytic converters in automobiles. Methane is emitted by rice fields and cattle. Chlorofluorocarbons are used as coolants in air conditioners and refrigerators.
Yes, Dr. Akash. Today there is a evidence that we are overloading the carrying capacity of Earth's atmosphere. Stocks of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere are accumulating at the unprecedented rate. Scientists believe that we have already crossed into a new weather regime marked by extreme of all kinds. It is predicted that in the course of 21st century, average global temperature could increase by more than 5 degrees Celsius. In effect, our generation is compelling future generations to inherit an unsustainable ecological debt, which will jeopardize the future development and prosperity.
So, how does global warming affect climate?
Meghna, rising temperatures could alter climate radically. Some of the more fertile belts of North America and the Mediterranean could turn arid. In India, some climate models predict a drop in wheat production in the fertile North Belt. More violent cyclones and floods are expected in the eastern coast.
Will there be any effect on human health also?
Yes, Dhani. Climate change has a direct impact on human health. A warmer and more variable climate would result in higher levels of some air pollutants, increasing transmission of diseases through unclean water and through contaminated food.
Sir, I think climate change will adversely affect agriculture.
You're right. Climate change has significant impact on conditions affecting agriculture, including temperature and precipitation. It can affect crop yield as well as at the types of crops that can be grown in certain areas.
Sir, would you please elaborate?
Okay? As you know, agriculture requires some inputs such as water for irrigation, amounts of solar radiation that affects plant growth. Another factor is the prevalence of pests. Climate change shows its impact on all these.
Okay.
Very well said, Professor Surya.
Thank you.
Now, friends, tell me something. Have you heard about ozone layer depletion?
I am aware of it. Ozone layer is in the stratosphere of Earth's atmosphere. There is a hole in the ozone layer.
You are absolutely right, Miss Meghna. Ozone layer protects the Earth from the harmful UV rays of the sun. But emission of greenhouse gases is responsible for the depletion of ozone layer. This results in the higher exposure to the harmful radiations, leading to an increase in the incidence of skin cancer and eye diseases such as cataract.
Oh no.
Sir, I think climate change will affect poor people adversely.
Yes, Kiranji. The extreme weather condition will cause livelihood insecurity to the poor people across the world. It will widen the gap between the haves and have-nots. We should also understand one more thing. Today, it is the poor who are bearing the brunt of global warming and climate change. Tomorrow, it will be humanity as a whole.
So, the global warming resulting in climate change is a problem for the entire world.
Exactly, you are right, Madam Dharani. Climate change challenge has a global scale. No one country can win the battle against climate change on its own. Collective action is not an option anymore, but a compulsion. We are making choices today that will affect our own lives, but even more so, the lives of our children and grandchildren. We have the choice between forging ahead collectively with a shared perspective or hanging separately.
Sir, my groundnut crop is withering due to drought, sir. Can't we save it, sir?
Of course you can, Kiranji.
How?
See, the government is taking some emergency measures to save the standing crops. Rain guns, tankers, and fire engines will be used for wetting parched lands. So, you need not worry. Your crop will be saved by spraying jets of water.
Oh, thank you very
Great,
much,
sir. Sir, along with this, we have also taken a plantation program in some villages.
That is indeed very good. Plants are a very good sink for atmospheric carbon dioxide. They take up carbon dioxide during photosynthesis and release oxygen. Plantation should be taken up as a people's movement. Even the government encourages the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
sir,
sir.
you have enlightened. Dharni,
Yes,
you
sir.
have brought something.
Yes, sir, I have brought buttermilk for everyone to create a cool atmosphere.
Life must go on. You were listening to the 28th episode of this science serial produced by All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar, titled Reducing Emission Level. Coordinators were Dr. Chandar Mohan and Dr. B.K. Tyagi. Research and script, Dr. E.R. Subramaniam. This episode was directed by Sudarshan Kumar. Presented by Dilip Jha. Recording and mixing, Sharad Sharma. The participating artists were Nikhil Diwan, Saurabh Bhatia, Vaibhav Srivastava, Tulip Puzzle, Sushma Sharma, and Pragya Jha. Hey listeners, please stay with us. Here are 2 questions for you. The lucky winner will get attractive prize from Vigyan-Prasar. The first question is, by burning fossil fuels, how much tons of carbon dioxide is emitted in the air? The second question is, without the greenhouse gases, the earth would be as cold as the moon. What temperature will earth have then? You can send in your answers by simple post. Our address is Science Serial Life Must Go On, All India Radio, room number 615, New Broadcasting House, Sansad Marg, New Delhi 110001. You can also write on our email ID radio@vigyanprasar.gov.in. Hey listeners, please write us your full name, age and profession. If you're associated with any science club, do let us know the membership of your club. If you have any query or question regarding our program, don't hesitate to write into us. We will be back again with the next episode of this science serial. Life must go on. Same day, same time next week. Till then, goodbye.